Welcome back to another episode of Uploaded and Unfiltered, the podcast in which I, your host, Jermaine, interviews another content creator in regards to their journey thus far. Today, as always, I have a special guest, and before I get her on the microphone, I am going to read her bio so we get a little bit of information about her before we get this conversation started. Most of you know her as Lady Nightshade, but offline, she's Keisha, a proud mom, a healthcare professional, and someone who fully embraces life's beautiful complexity. She's bisexual, bold, and always brings her authentic self to the table. When she's not working on parenting, you can usually find her deep in the world of fighting game. Keisha loves for the thrill of the match and the joy of friendly rivalry. Her crew, fiercely competitive, but it's always all love, full of laughs, playful banter, and good vibes all around. Her top picks: Tekken, Killer Instinct, and Dead or Alive, the classics that keep her coming back for more. And when she's not throwing hands in games, she's geeking out over Dragon Ball Z, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Bayonetta. She also's got a soft spot for Squirtle and Koopa Troopas, and real-life cats and turtles. Basically, anything cute and chaotic. Keisha is also the voice behind Shade District Diaries, a podcast where she keeps it real, gets vulnerable, and highlights stories that connect us all. Whether she's flying solo or joined by an amazing guest, every episode is about truth, growth, and community. And with that, I'd like to introduce my guest for the evening. Welcome to the podcast, Keisha. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Jermaine, how are you?
I am excellent. It took me a while to get through that beginning, but we did it though. So
we did it. Yay. I know it's a lot. It's a mouthful.
Nah, it's good. I make my guests do their bios because I think it's good for us to brag about ourselves and know how dope we are. So you bodied that.
It's crazy you say that because I am actually one of the humblest people, in my opinion. I am. I do definitely to have two personas online. It might seem like, I'm cool, friendly, which is the truth. It doesn't really change much, but at home, I am the most introverted person that you can possibly ever know. I'm quiet. I stay to myself. My social battery is always at 50%. It's just a lot, but I'm super honored you invited me here.
Well, I'm glad that we actually got this on the books. Thank you for being here. And we're going to jump right into our first question, which would be, how did you get started in content creation?
It's crazy because I didn't even know it was called content creative. So I'm going to take you all the way back because I'm really showing my age. All right. So Xbox, right? Xbox had a thing called upload. You can put videos up and it will be like a quick minute or two clip, maybe like 30 seconds of gameplay. And I realized that you can get a little bit more creative with your Connect when they started adding different features and green screens and stuff. So I started making videos with that. It started with gameplay and it didn't really get viral or anything. I didn't even know about YouTube. If I would have known about YouTube, man, I would have been on that so quick. I didn't even know about Twitch. Twitch was this was before Twitch. So yeah. I think the first video I made was it was Destiny when Destiny came out. So I made a tutorial video on Destiny. Then I realized my niche was fighting. And well, my niche has always been fighting. I've been throwing hands and taking people quarters since I was 8 or 9 years old. Super Street Fighter 2 with Cammy. That was I was yo, this is me.
Yeah.
But as far as content creating, I think when I went viral was my Walter video with Destiny and Killer Instinct, how-to videos that I would do, combo videos. And then I made a video called Drop This Titan.
Oh.
It's with Titanfall.
Yeah.
And I had this persona it was kind of shading Eminem, but the female version. And I was rapping and beatboxing and everything. And then I realized that, I can have a little silly side and I didn't even know I was content creating. That I couldn't
crazy.
My son and then upload became a thing. And then I got noticed and met a lot of people along the way. And then I realized that this is something I like to do. And The rest is history from there.
That is bananas. I totally forgot about Upload. And because
Yeah.
they added like different skins for different games and
hmm
all kinds of stuff. Wow. Do you have any of those videos still, or they have
I
got lost to the
do.
ether?
I
What?
do. I do. I saved.
Okay.
I have it in my um OneDrive on
Oh,
Microsoft because
yeah, that's
it's connected
right.
with Xbox. So
Yeah.
I kind of like save it, and sometimes I would go back to it like, wow, this is where I started. Like if
Holy
I
shit.
ever need like inspiration
Yeah.
or, like you can do it,
That's crazy because now that you said that, you're just like unlocking all these memories in my head. I need to go. I haven't logged into OneDrive in like 5 years,
Mhm,
but I noticed some Killer Instinct clips in there because I used to hit that button. I'm like, hey, connect, make a clip.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got some research to do when I get off this podcast.
Well, good. Glad I inspired you.
Throw up some old Killer Instinct. Man, I haven't played Killer Instinct in so long. I'd probably get washed if I go play.
Yeah, it's like I feel like people like improve. It's always like someone that's going
Exactly.
to be like better than you, but I feel like you get back into I seen you play fighting games. Like I feel like you'll be good.
That's true. Plus, you know
Yeah.
what? Tekken has me in a chokehold right now, so we'll visit that at another day. All right, bonus question. I didn't even set you up for this one, so hopefully it's not crazy. It's not.
Oh,
Lady Nightshade, where did that username come from? What's the origin story of that?
well, it's a combination of a lot of things,
Oh.
but I'll try to break it down as simple as possible. So, nightshade flower, is pretty but deadly. If you like mess with it the wrong way, it can kill you, but if you just treat it just right, it can work for you. I like Pokemon, so like my favorite move is Nightshade. I love Nightshade colors, and as far as purple and berries, and after a while I liked ghost Pokemon. Most of the ghost Pokemon I use like Nightshade. And then take it all the way back. There's a game that came out called Nightshade. It's about a ninja. You can look it up. But I was like, oh, all of that kind of like described me. So how can I put this together? So I just went with Nightshade. Of course, I was taken. Then I did like Miss Nightshade. I was rocking that for a minute. And then I was like, some people confuse me as like a guy because like I wouldn't talk, like, especially in fighting games. I was just
I was
like,
about
go
to say
online.
how.
Like I would just have my mic on mute and like all you would see is my character in the hands,
That's true. Yeah.
So, and like, it's really hard for, as a female to kind of like be in a fighting game community, even though I love it because like you're always to this day. I mean, it's not as bad now because people like Cuddle Core.
Yeah.
And which is my girl. I love her. I like she's like a
She's
huge
dope.
idol. Yeah, she's everything. And other amazing females, and even like some that are like she Boogie. She is Boogie, and like other females, they're coming out there.
Yep.
And they're making themselves known like, hey, like we matter. We can throw hands too, just as good or better than you. So, but it's still kind of hard, like getting yourself out there as a female, like saying, I play fighting games. Cause it's like, do you? Do you really understand? And
Right.
then trying to incorporate like 1+2 or frame trap, like you don't like I know what that means, like
Exactly.
So it's just some. And in the beginning, I kept myself quiet. It's like now I was like, I want people to know me, So I am a lady and I am deadly. So that's kind of how it like.
It's dope. I love it.
Put two and two together. Yeah.
Exactly. No, that's a dope ass origin story for a username. Plus, yeah, it makes sense once you put it all together. I forgot, I'm not gonna hold you, I forgot that Nightshade was a flower until you said that. And I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah. Funny thing, a little Easter egg, my first emote is still kind of there. It's like as my sub emote on my channel is a flower. Tried to like design it as like a pretty nightshade flower, wrapped into like my initials and everything. So I still kind of have that. It's kind of like a hidden Easter egg. When I first started, that's all you saw was like a flower with my initials, and that's it.
Okay.
But I love chibi stuff, so now it's just like a chibi like version of me now. And I'm like, oh, she's cute. Yeah, she can.
That's dope.
She'll do. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and slide into our next topic, which is current mindset.
Mhm.
How are you feeling in regards to where you're at as far as your content goes, what you want to do? I guess this is a very broad question, but yeah, in general, how are you feeling about your content right now? And what are you looking to do, let's say, like in the next 3 to 6 months?
Hey, that is a good question. I feel like I've been slacking, just like being completely honest with myself. I've been burnt out with like a couple of things that happened in my life recently. And last year was like a big, huge hit for me with having surgery and finding out that I have some health problems that I need to focus on. I When I first started content creating, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like I had like a schedule, it was like 3 days, 3 to 4 days a week. And I was working and I was like doing other stuff and I was still being a mom. And it's like
Yes.
everything flowed. And I had like my podcast was like you couldn't tell me nothing. I was like doing like 5 things at once and burnout came. And when burnout came, it kind of like slowed me down and it made me think like, okay, maybe I need to rethink all the stuff that I'm doing. So in the next 3 to 6 months, I want to be a little bit more consistent in my projects. I want to be able to stream and be able to do my podcast a little more, which I commend you. Like you're able to juggle streaming and TikTok and podcasting. And not a lot of people can do that. You're actually an inspiration.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I want to be able to get back to the consistency that I was doing when content creating and to keep that up because it hurts when I hear, oh, I miss you. When are you coming back? Oh, well, it's just, and I don't have like a complete 100% answer for that.
Right.
So I rather just do. And by doing, I can do more, if that makes sense. So,
No, 100%. I
yeah.
think the secret, well, at least the secret for me is once I realize that where I want to go, I'm not trying to be the biggest streamer, biggest podcaster, but I am trying to get to a point where I am making a difference and like things that I do does move weight. So in order to get there, I need to put my face out there. And I know
Yeah.
it sounds simple, but like I would like, let's say I'd stream for like 2 hours. That's not enough, unfortunately, because yeah, you might get a few people to come through, but once your stream is done, it's done. So then what? So I was like, all right, let me start making TikToks. And I was like, okay, but there's stuff I want to talk about that I haven't been. I'm starting to now because again, I have to put my face out there so people know who I am and know my personality and know where I stand on certain topics, all that stuff. I don't know why for the longest I was just sitting back like I know what I think, I know who I am, I know where I should be, and just was sitting on that and not putting content out. I was like, oh shit, I should probably do something with this. So once that locked in, I was like, all right, doesn't matter. Like I'm trying to get to the point where I'm making 1 or 2 pieces of content a day. I'm not quite there yet, but if I move things around, if I look at where my life is and where the time sinks come from, like it's doable. I just need to do it.
Yeah, I feel you. It's really hard because I mean, you're also, not to overspeak, but you're also a dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're a dad, you're married, I'm not sure your work situation, but I mean, a lot of people don't look at that like from the outside in. They just turn their Twitch or their social media a choice and they expect to see their favorite person up there. And they don't realize that there's a lot that happens in the background that you have to mentally prepare yourself to even like want to do it. And sometimes you don't even feel like showing up. At least I'm speaking for myself.
Same.
And when you decide to show up, it's like, okay, I'm here now. What do I want to do? And it's like you have so many ideas. It's like, uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just like putting it all out there and just trying to plan everything. And it's a lot. So I get it. So like, that's why I commend you and like of all of that because you're still able to do that in the midst of life. Life is definitely lifing right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everybody's feeling that life ratchet up a little bit.
Yeah, it just like turned up a little bit. So it just having to do that and being someone inspiration, even like I had people tell me, and it's still kind of like a shock because like still the humble part of me, it's like, wow, like I would pop in your channel or I would just like talk to you, hear you, and like you made my day, or
Right?
and I'm like, me?
Mm-hmm.
I made your day. I made you smile. Like you was waiting for me. Like wow, that's really cool. My goal and the whole content creating jazz is to continue to be an inspiration to people and to be an escape and a safe place for people that don't have one. And hopefully as my name get known, or if not, I want to be able to give back. I'm a big person of charity. I want to get into more charity streams. I want to be able to give back to people that's been supportive of me. I want to be able to pop up and be like, yo, I have like 3 PlayStation 5s to give out.
Right?
Or I have
Hell yeah.
the new PlayStation. I mean, I have the new Nintendo 2 to give out. Like, who wants it?
Yes.
Not even like for follows or subs or anything, just like because I have it and
Exactly.
I want to be able to give. Like if I want to be that big so I can be sponsored and to be able to get back, because it's hard. Sometimes like turning on like a game can like release so much stress, like after a long day,
Yep.
when I'm able to not tired when I turn on the game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fall asleep. Yeah, that's my goal. I just want to matter to people, and I want people to know that wherever they talk to me, because I have people who talk to me offline, online, that it's okay. It's going to be okay, and that if this is something you want to do, you can do it too. You just gotta do. You just gotta do it.
Right.
Don't anything kind of hold you back. Don't let any equipment or anything that anyone else has kind of prevent you. Just do it, and then gravitate yourself to people that's not going to backseat on things that you can easily find on YouTube. Like half the stuff that I learned to do was from YouTube University.
Exactly.
Just be like, it's stuff that I'm still like Easter egg.
Yes.
I don't know how to use the Stream Deck. I'm looking at it right now, and the only thing that I put on this thing is a clock and a screensaver. But
wow.
there's like a lot of other stuff that I know I can do with it, but I was just like, it was kind of like an impromptu purchase, and I was like, everyone else have it, well, I should get it. I should have a Stream Deck on my desk, and I'm like, yeah, you should have a Stream Deck on your desk, and I haven't used it.
All right, so all I'm hearing is that I need to put together a video tutorial so you know how to use your Stream Deck. Because what the hell?
I would definitely watch it. I'll be right there, like what do you do?
Honestly, I've been thinking, and I might do this. I just need to figure out how to figure out what the want for it is. But I kind of want to do a live stream where I just go through. I'm like, all right, this is how you set up a Stream Deck, and then go through like various things that you could do with it. Because, well, you probably know because you've been in my streams. I have 2 Stream Decks. Because one is like specifically, this sounds dumb, but whatever, it's my stream. One is specifically for the audio and the microphone, and the other one is like, it does all the stuff in OBS, because like there's so many crazy things you can do, like simple screen changing. You don't even have, hold on, do you have that set up at least?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to help you out there. All right.
I have nothing, and it's just like I'm looking at it and it's like, oh, this screensaver is so pretty. Yeah, let me push this button. Let me see what time it is. Okay.
Okay, you were definitely you gave me a project. Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And just speaking on that, like there's so many people that want to stream, right? And I will promote myself. I might not know how to do that, but I can help you set up your stream. I can show you like some cool things that you can do, like with some programs and stuff. I wish people wouldn't what's the word I'm looking for? Hold stuff. There's a word.
Yeah. Oh my
gatekeep.
God.
There we go.
Gatekeep. There it is.
I wish more people wouldn't gatekeep like stuff. Like I understand like your brand and stuff, but if it's something simple, someone's trying to stream and all they need the motivation. I keep hearing, I want to stream, but I really don't know how to. Like I want a computer. I want this high, like I have to have this. No, you don't. Like
right?
You don't. Like when I first started streaming, content creating, I just had an Xbox in a dream, an Xbox Connect in a dream. And or a PlayStation camera, and a drink. Like I saved up to like kind of get everything. And yeah, it's cool, you know, and it does open the door for more opportunities. But if you want to just start. Don't let anything kind of like stop you and prevent you. People like get out there and just kind of like do it and build your community and be yourself. My mistake, I know I'm trying to, lessons learned. I know I'm trying to like pushing ahead, but
no, you know what? We're doing good. We're actually, this is the perfect spot. We're going to switch over to lessons learned because I'm dying to hear what you're about to say.
So lessons learned is that consistency. I feel like that's a big thing. Now, I've been streaming for over 7, 8 years, off and on with life and everything. I took several breaks. First break I took was for school. I felt like that was valid. I needed to like make more money for the kid.
Right.
So I took a huge break. I came back and I was like, I don't know if people are going to accept me. I took this long break. What if people forgot me? And I came back and it was like, oh, she's so and I was like, okay, cool. But I started relaxing and taking more breaks. That I see people that are streaming and it's like, yeah, starting in 2019, I got partnered in 2021. And I'm just like, wow, I've been streaming for this long. I'm not partnered. That is a goal. That's a major goal. I would like that purple check mark just to have, just like as a bucket list like thing. It doesn't even matter. Like it's not for to show off to anybody. I just want it for me. Like
I feel you. Yeah.
Before I die, I want a purple check mark by my Twitch name.
Yeah. Just make it happen.
I feel like it's going to happen, but that's me. So lesson learned, I feel like I could have been partnered by now if I just would have been a little bit more consistent and driven, but I wasn't driven because I let my self-esteem turn to play. The big thing, and sometimes it is now, like people are so superficial.
Yeah.
They will see the physical without seeing the actual personality that the person might have or stay long enough to see the gameplay that you might connect. So the big thing that drew me away for a minute was seeing other females dressed up, makeup, boobs out. Oh, really? My gosh. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Goodness.
And then that's all I hear. And I was like, do I need to do that?
Hell no.
And I was like, no, I'm just me. No, because that's not how I started. Like, I'm I'm shady, I'm straight to the point. I mean, like, I'm trying to be as real as possible. And I like for people to come to my channel, like that, but it's just like, it got to me. So like, I admit like there's a few times I would be like, I would try to like dress up or be in makeup, and makeup takes a lot of work. I'm sorry.
I can't even imagine.
It's a lot. So I'm fresh face like as much as possible. I might do like a surprise, but not all the time. It's just it took me a minute to get over that.
Right.
So lessons learned with that was you don't have to be that,
Thanks.
But it did eat at me. So I was like, man, I'm not pretty enough for Twitch. I'm not to Twitch standards. And then there was this whole black thing that, we was not really getting. And I mean, it's still kind of like that now, but
true.
It's a little bit better because, because you got like amazing stuff like the Twitch Black Guild, and you have all these amazing guilds like the Latin Guild and the LGBTQIA community. And it's just like, it's cool. Like finally understanding, and you got VTubers, so you don't have to show your face. You have this amazing AI engine that makes people feel more comfortable. So I feel like the expansion is there. So I feel like, if I did decide to go in that direction, I could. But at that mind state, none of that was available where I was going through like my up and down depression. People don't really speak about the depression that can happen while you're streaming, and especially when you have low numbers and stuff, and people aren't really visiting you. You're applying for stuff, and it's not happening the way that you want. it takes a toll on you. It makes you think like, is it worth it? Like I have other stuff in my life I could be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess lessons learned is that just keep going. Just keep going, keep doing it. I felt like if I would have at least been more consistent, then my goals would have been more achievable. But I do feel like I'm at a state in my life where I can actually try to achieve those goals, or as many as I possibly can.
Hell yeah.
And with me doing that, a lot of things have happened.
Speak on it.
I recently was accepted into the Twitch Black Guild, which is an amazing community.
Mm-hmm.
And
Congrats.
thank you. And like, and things will happen like boom, 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 boom. And then I recently became a Ubisoft creator, a partner.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was just like, wow, they like me.
Exactly.
They want me. Gosh, I know something else happened, but I can't think of it right now. Or maybe I can't share it right now. I'm gonna hold off on it.
Yeah, we'll wait.
No,
Wait for
wait.
that announcement.
But I was just like, wow, like, and I'm getting sponsorships. They're not like sponsorship that you would think of, but I mean, a sponsorship is a sponsorship to
Yeah,
me.
I'm about to say, exactly.
So I'm like, this is great. Like, all of this is like, I put myself out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And stuff started happening.
Exactly.
I just felt like, you put yourself out there, you continue to do your best, and you will be noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Let people know that you're interested, and they will follow through. Believe it or not, you may not think people are watching, but people are watching. I had several times where Sega has came in my channel, and I developed a relationship with them. And I didn't even think it was Sega. I was like, I was playing Virtual Fighter, and I think I have a clip in my my trailer, not my trailer, but like my Ray channel little thing. It's kind of like, and it would like show that they popped up in the channel, and I'm just acting so nonchalant, like, okay, because at the time, people would like come in and troll your channel and like, oh, I'm this. I'm like,
yeah, you're not Sony. Get the fuck out of here.
get out of here. And it was like, no, we're actually Sega. I was like,
it's wild.
Oh my God, Sega's or like you were playing a game, like an indie game, and the indie game's just like super excited to see that their stuff is out there. So they would come in the channel. Punch Planet came in my channel. I'm really good friends with them.
Okay.
So I haven't played Punch Planet in a minute, but I do plan on including it back into my fighting roster once I kind of figure out which games I'm going to focus on. But yeah, Punch Planet, they're pretty cool. Like an indie fighting game, really cool characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, they stop by my channel. It's just a lot of opportunities that I've been blessed with, and I just want to be able to keep that going so I can provide those blessings to other people.
Hell yeah. And I think that's commendable. Like, not many people want to give back, or as they say, reach back and like, all right, let me pull you up with me. And that's my whole thing. Like, everybody that I rock with, like heavy, know that if I get to a spot, you're coming with me. Or if I see an opportunity that I know you're good for, I'm sitting your name in, or whatever it may be, because like seeing other people excel and achieve their dreams is exciting as hell to me. Like, it makes me happy. It gives me energy, gives me joy. I don't understand motherfuckers who are like, oh man, they got partner and I didn't. Fuck that person.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. I am rooting for all people to succeed because it's really hard to even get the energy to want to succeed. So if you succeed, we all succeed, especially if you're Black.
Yes.
You Black,
exactly.
I want it for you.
Yes.
So
Agreed.
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pull because it's my podcast and I'm nosy, and we didn't really touch on it, and I want to know your podcast.
Yes.
Give me a brief. How did you start it? Like, what was the idea behind the podcast, and when is that motherfucker coming?
Okay. So, the idea of podcasting, again, was fairly new to me. I didn't even know that it was a possibility to podcast. And, COVID kind of like brought up the whole podcast kind of
Yes.
like craze. So I started a little bit later after that. I started in like 2022, I believe. I wanted to be a little bit, I don't want to say different, but I wanted to give people an idea to see another side of me that wasn't on stream. You got one side of me where I'm basically, kicking people butt, or I'm being silly, mostly kicking people butt, or getting beat or whatever. But there's this other sensitive side of me. There's a lot of things that happen in my life, or things that are going on at that very moment I can't really talk about. So it was a gift. It was my gift to give to people to allow a more personal side of me. I have a lot of poetry. I write a lot of pieces, and I base it, everything is real. Nothing is like fake. And I wanted it to be as authentic and real and close to non-scripted as possible. So that's where the diary part came from. So Shade is, me, and I feel like I'm inviting you to my world. So Shade District Diaries kind of like play on words. And, I did the whole, go online and be like, what words will go together? What is a good sounding podcast? So I was like, okay, this will fit. But the idea was for intimate, an intimate connection where I feel like I can speak my mind with no judgment, or you can judge. I don't really care, but like I'm putting myself out there to you as a gift.
Yeah.
And hoping that you can accept that it's okay to do so. And then it started off as like a solo thing. And sometimes I will have solo episodes where I'm just like speaking my mind or sharing a piece that I wrote. And then sometimes I will invite people on and also have like, I will have like something on my mind that I want to talk about. I will find those people that are connected to that topic, and then I'll bring them on and we'll talk about it. And I had some really amazing guests. Some people some people you probably don't know, but they're all connected to art. I feel like whether it's music, poetry, or gaming, it's all art. And we would just talk about your art, what caused you to do what you do. Why did you write this? Or how are you feeling today? Things of that nature. Yeah. And topics have ranged from, like not so naughty to naughty to like extremely naughty. It's like
all over the place.
Cool. And it's been all over the place, but it's been great. And I'm really happy because it allowed me to dive into another project that I love to do. Hopefully in the next 2 months, you'll see an episode. I already have episodes that I was supposed to like do.
Yeah.
But I haven't had a chance to do it. And hopefully you can be a guest on the episode.
Hell yeah, I'll be a guest on the episode.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll have my people contact your people. Okay, but hopefully I'm just trying to like plan everything, get my life in order. But I've been dying to do another episode.
Okay.
I just need to get back into the gist of like on which program I'm going to use. Because I was using. I used Riverside once, and I really liked the format of that, but I was using something else before that. But they wanted more data, money for it. Like, I was like, okay, this is not gonna work. I need more. I need more bites to like say what I need to say.
Exactly.
More editing time to edit. So
it's like, here's 30 minutes. Like that ain't gonna work.
That ain't gonna work, sir.
I need more.
Like, I have some episodes just like you, like, it will range from like 10 minutes. Like, if I just wanted to say like something real quick to an hour, or over an hour, then I have to split into 2 episodes because who's going to listen to 2 hours worth of content? Like in one setting. It's been great. Hopefully more to come soon.
Hell yeah. All right. Good. I was just double checking because I feel like the few episodes that I've been listening to them all. I will listen to them all, but like the ones that I listen to, like there's not that many people out there being open and honest about, I don't want to say like anything. There we go. Anything. Like your topics range from whatever you felt like talking about, and all of them were open and honest. And I think that level of like clarity is needed. Open and honest, self-authentic self. Like it's hard to show up like that on stream or in your content. So having a space that you can do it, I think encourages you to do that more in your life, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And then there's guidelines on streaming and what you can
True.
say and what you can't say. So this allows for me to be a little bit more X-rated without having to be like, oh, am I going to get banned from saying this?
Yeah, it's just like, you can't say that on Twitch.
Can't say that on Twitch. Can't do that on Twitch. I was like, okay, all right. Gotta be good. Gotta be good.
Yeah, part of me wish there was I haven't did my research in a while. I'm sure there's a site that allows you to go to that level. It's live stream and do that on Twitch that is akin to Twitch, but I haven't found anything that's like has the tools that Twitch has. Like I like the channel points, I like the mod tools in the back, all the stuff that Twitch has. Unfortunately, nobody's really replicated yet. Yeah. But I feel like it's a missed market. Like somebody needs to make that site.
Yeah, there are sites. I don't know if they're like available anymore, but I have explored, and there are sites that do have like mechanics of channel points and things that you can game. And if you, for example, if you wanted to game topless, like you can do that, and then people will come in and donate. But you know, you're like streaming like. Yeah, it's a fighting game, but you know, you're topless. Yeah, you can do it. You know,
I'm going to do some research after this podcast.
I don't want to speak too much into it, but yeah, if you like, I'll let you know. But I don't think it's available anymore. But it was available. I wish they would bring it back because it was kind of cool. It was kind of fun. You know. Yeah, and I do like Twitch. I do like the openings they did, and then their Twitch is starting to be more lenient. I have been reading their guidelines as far as like what you can do that wasn't acceptable before. Like you can twerk, you know.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, they did add some new stuff in there.
Yeah, you can twerk. You can do stuff. You can have stuff like different categories. You can do stuff. Not like I would personally do it because, you know, I'm not going to put myself in that position.
Yeah.
But there's stuff that you can do, vulgar and gambling and drinking and stuff. You just have to label your stream. Hey, I'm doing that, you know, so you're not flat. And it's like if you do it and it's not flat that you're doing it, or you don't have the tags or you don't do that, then they can probably be like, you're doing something wrong now.
Exactly.
Like, you know, yeah. So yeah. But yeah, they made a lot more stuff lenient. Just, I mean, I feel because, I mean, people were already doing it anyway, you know, the hot tub streams and, you know, basically popping up half naked anyway. So, I mean, and like people were showing it out, and I felt like it was like taken away, like Twitch would suffer for sure. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's there. They're just sliding it in, like tucked in.
Yeah. All right, audience, you have a homework to do. Find me some links. Keisha, thank you for doing this episode. It has been awesome. I could talk for another hour, but I don't want to edit it. So
you are fine. You're fine. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem at all. I need you to brag about all your different social medias at this point. This is where you get to point the people into where they can actually find your content.
Okay, so Lady Nightshade on Instagram, but with a underline mark after the E, Nightshade. That's just Nightshade with an extra E on X. Lady Nightshade on Twitch. Check out the Shade District Diary episodes. I feel like you can learn. You'll find a piece of you in a episode or future episodes to come. I have, especially with Twitch, I have things that I can't really speak about, but I think you might want to tune in because I might have some surprises in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Ubisoft. So
exclusive.
And then I'm working on a project with someone in particular that you'll see me in June on a different channel. So yeah, there's a lot of things I can't really speak about, but yeah, check me out on Twitch and IG. I post random stuff. I'm trying to be more consistent and post it on social media. So yeah, that's
Hell yeah. Exciting. All of her links will be in the description of this podcast. And if you haven't already, subscribe, uploaded and unfiltered. We do this once a week, every week for the last 93 weeks, I think. We are still in that streak. I don't know, like, I love streaks. I love doing streaks, and I don't see any signs of this one stopping, but I think I'm going to do something crazy for episode 100. But probably not. We'll see. But if you know any other creators who can get benefits from these conversations and more, definitely let them know about the podcast. And if you know anybody who you want to hear on the podcast, let me know. I'm only interviewing Black content creators because I feel like we need more of our faces out there. And it's nice to see someone who looks like you doing things that you like doing and telling you can do it too. So that's where we're at with that. Other than that, Keisha, thank you for doing this again.
Yeah, totally. Happy to be invited again. Yay, part 2.
Hell yeah. Excellent. All right. With that, everybody, appreciate y'all for listening. Thank you again. Go check out all of Keisha's links that will be in the description. And other than that, I will talk to you motherfuckers later. Protect your mental, keep creating content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.